If you are a filmmaker or an editor, the most tedious part of creating is probably choosing the right music. If you can't relate to what I just said, maybe it's because you are a content creator. Now, that doesn't mean you don't use music for your videos, but most likely it is something you decide on at the very end instead of at the very beginning. Unlike a lot of content creators, I define myself as a filmmaker. I see music as its own separate art form that needs to be carefully selected, and because of that, the process of finding music for my videos is almost as long as deciding on which footage to use. This video is going to review Musicbed. However, they are not paying me to say anything. They have not even seen this video before you. All they did was to give me a free subscription to test out in exchange for an honest review. I'm not going to go over every single feature on this platform and how to use it. This is not a tutorial. I'm simply going to talk about the features that matter to me and that I really care about. Full transparency, Musicbed is the most expensive platform I've seen. By the time I'm recording this, the cheapest plan, paid in the cheapest way, meaning annually, starts at $330. I'm not gonna lie, that is a lot, especially because a lot of its competitors cost about half the price. Musicbed's tier system is sort of weird. They have all these different plans. They have 3 main categories, and for most people, you are going to be in the individual category. And the absolute cheapest plan is the YouTube creator slash podcaster plan. It only allows you to use the songs for literally personal use. But the cheapest plan, the one I have, is still gonna cost you over $300, and it doesn't even come with sound effects. The most important thing that I look for in a music subscription service is the quality of the songs. I really don't care about the rest of the features if the songs suck. Sure, this AI tool might be useful for some instances, but what I really care about is the quality of the songs. And I'm not trying to point out a specific company. This isn't for Musicbed specifically. This is just a pattern that I've seen. If I pay for a service or a subscription, I expect the products to be much better than what I can find for free. Typically, when I look for songs, I want them to be original, I want them to have range, and I want them to be able to support emotions and scenes in my videos. I often have to filter through a lot of songs to find one great songs because a lot of the songs are very generic, and this is where Musicbed stands out. The music and the artists are really good, and this is definitely their strongest strength. Every artist on Musicbed is actually handpicked, and only 1% of music submitted actually makes it to the site. That is pretty impressive, and that means that I can spend less time looking through songs, trying to find a great song, and more time creating, which is what this is about. Musicbed does have a lot of the same filtering systems that you can expect that comes with a music licensing platform. You can browse what you're looking for under moods, genre, instruments, and so on, and you can filter songs through BPM and length, and they also have my absolute favorite tool, which is the similar songs feature. This function makes it so much easier to find similar songs because sometimes you might not know which genre this song is or which filters to put, so this sort of just does it for you. But a lot of this is not groundbreaking. A lot of platforms have these tools. One thing I noticed with Musicbed that I really like is that they have all the versions of one song under one section. There's been so many times in the past where I have downloaded a song and I just wish it was the instrumental of it, and I later found out that, oh, indeed there was a version, but I didn't know that because it wasn't listed underneath the original song. Now, to the things or the thing I really don't like about Musicbed, and that is the process of downloading the song to actually using it. For most platforms, it's as simple as downloading the song you want to use, add it to your videos, and then just upload it, right? The main reason why Musicbed is different is because Musicbed is actually not a royalty free platform. It is a rights managed platform, meaning you pay per use. Once I found a song I want to use, there is this prompt that shows up asking me whether I want to license or download the song. Already here, I can feel myself become frustrated because what do you mean there is a difference between the two? Download actually means to test out the song, but I don't have any legal rights to the song yet. Once I had decided I want to use this song, I can license the song, get those rights, but I'm using up one of my points. I'm sort of confused about this point system. It currently says I have 197 points left, so I assumed I started with 200 points. Basically, it means I don't have unlimited songs I can download. It's just a different system that I wasn't aware of and that makes you sort of think before, I guess, just downloading a lot of songs. And this might be my least favorite part. Once I decide I want to license a song, there's this box that pops up asking me to fill out all this crap. I need to write the name of the project that I'm going to use the song for, which client I'm working for, which in my case is just myself, and then optionally describe the damn project. Finally, once I have finished the project and uploaded it to YouTube, I need to add something called sync ID, which is just a random set of letters and numbers. And this basically allows me to not get any copyright strikes. Now, that is great. I just don't understand why I have to add this every time. Why can't it just be cleared already? Way too many steps just to get the song. Is Musicbed worth it? It really depends on what type of creator you are. If you are a content creator who makes vlogs, lifestyle stuff, and just for short form, then I would say no. It's definitely not worth spending over $300, especially when you can get it for half the price. I don't even think if you're creating short form videos that you need like a music licensing subscription. You can just use trending audios. Who do I recommend Musicbed for, if any? I will say Musicbed has the best selection when it comes to music and artists on their platform. If you are a filmmaker or editor and you're already getting paid, you're already a freelancer, or you have the goal of getting paid and doing this for the long run, then Musicbed is a great option. I think it's important to be at a certain level before you make an investment such as Musicbed. I think you need to have your fundamentals in, cinematography, editing, storytelling first. You need to understand what music does, when to add music, when to not add music. If you don't understand that, then there's not a point of spending hundreds of dollars in something you don't know how to use. If you want to test out Musicbed, you can test it out. There is a 14-day free trial. First link in the description. Now, I love music and I wish I was musically talented, truly. So I see this as the closest way to be able to work with music is to select music and do sound design for my videos. I love music for what it does because my videos are very emotional and raw. So I need music to support those emotions. But if you don't create content around those things, around feelings as much, then music is maybe not that important. It's been a while since I made a talking head video like this, but it felt good. Thank you to Musicbed for giving me a chance checking out your platform. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!